what we just saw, courtesy of Kia. The shot by Lowry, no good.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
Lowry against Ellis. And he misses the go-ahead basket.
That's really too easy a chance to miss, guys. He needs to be more aggressive and focused on his finishes.
Last outing for Toronto, they won that game against the 76ers.
And we've talked about how in the NBA you've got to earn your points the hard way, and that really wasn't the case in that game for them.
No, there was no hard way about it. I mean, they got their points easily on dunks and layups against a defense that really didn't offer much of a fight.
The Cavaliers shooting their initial free throws of the game right here. Fox hits them both. For Toronto, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. To the middle. Here's Dixon. Here's Hurley. The shot misses. And Cleveland the other way now. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last time out.
And you know what? Exactly what had to be done in terms of winning on the road. Never allowed any momentum to build up against them. Kept the crowd out of the game. And for every punch they took, they had a counter.
I was very impressed, Greg, with the way they stood their ground, even when they were on their heels some, coming through those moments where they were backing up a bit. That's what it takes on the road. You've got to show that kind of fortitude and resilience.
And he hits the bucket. Here's Joseph. Last game he had 12. There's a minute 47 left here in the opening quarter. The wide open look here for DeRozan. Hits it from three-point range. DeRozan's got 5.
And how about that, responding to the three-pointer against them with a quick one of their own.
Terrific little tay-to-tay going on right now. Back and forth, here we go.
And that one's good, Ellis.
What athleticism. That was an incredibly acrobatic move.
The Raptors have gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark.
Patience. Patience. Taking early threes is leading to long rebounds, which equal to transition points. Make the defense move. Pass a good shot for a great shot. Let the game come to you.
And so here's Toronto.
The issue too
4-point game. They host the Spurs after this one. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Ellis in at shooting guard, and it's Hardy in at the 3, the small forward. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavaliers. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, over to you.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Bucks just played phenomenal. He ended up with 35 points and did a good portion of his work from the free throw line as he drew a good number of fouls. He carried his team the whole game and was responsible for most of the offense in that contest, guys.
All right, thanks so much, Doris. What a great report, and what a jaw-dropping performance that was, guys.
I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I mean, he's given himself a hard act to follow here tonight.
You know what? But as good as he was, it's hard to think there won't be at least some sort of carryover effect, guys. I mean, he still has to be riding pretty high.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Screened by Valanciunas. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. Valanciunas with a screen on Ellis. On the clock. And again, Toronto no luck.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Ellis. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Count the bucket. And the Raptors lead by 4. Here is Jeffries. And there's the feed to Ellis. Stolen by Joseph. And the foul called on Freak. That's his first foul.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
J.R. Smith's checked in for Cleveland. Dixon's checked in for Toronto. Ross comes in for Corey Joseph. Now here's Ross, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Just 5 on the clock. Lowry drives in, and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
Free throw drops for Kyle Lowry. And Toronto making a change here. DeRozan's checked in, and Kyle Lowry drops them both. The Cavaliers trail by 6. Pass to Hardy. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Inside. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
There it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great position inside.
Yeah, just getting the ball into the post has to be option number 1 for them right now.
Here's Valanciunas, and he uses the glass on the layup. Valanciunas has got the lead back up to 6 now for the Raptors. For Cleveland, they've gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Smith outside. Ellis on top, while recovering. And it's slammed in by Ellis.
And really, he epitomizes what a point guard should be. I mean, his skill as a passer might actually be matched by that creativity he shows around the rim.
Well, judging by that jam, Greg, I'd say you're absolutely right.
Boy, that's a nice surge for them just when they needed it in a game that was so tight.
No good from Valanciunas.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
There's Ellis. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Looking at the game for clutch, he has 11 points, and from long range, he's hit 1 3-pointer.
And when it's all said and done, I got a sneaky suspicion he's going to have a few more.
And the Raptors with some changes. Leonard, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Turner comes in for Ross. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Kyle Lowry.
Boy, with 2 fouls now, he really has to be disciplined and under control for the rest of this half.
.151 left in the first half of the game.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
It's becoming a theme in this game, Clark. They are piling up the points in the paint.
Now here's Ellis. 35 points for him last game against Milwaukee.
Yeah, and it seemed like he spent about half the game shooting free throws. Credit him for really taking it to the defense. Well, not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Raptors.
They pounded the ball inside in the first half, forcing the D to collapse, and that frees up the shooters going forward.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnover.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
Well, as far as the league's big men go, he's one of the very best at the foul line.
Passes to Mills. Back to Ellis. He feeds it to Mills. Fires it up. Yes, and it's Ellis picking up the assist.
You know, I don't think it's ever too late to make a sweet dime. I mean, even if you're halfway through your shot, you might find a better one with for a teammate.
Now here's McCollum. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Leonard, the pass to McCollum from 17 feet out. Raptors get it back. And Turner kicks to McCollum. There's 37 seconds left in the first half. And Ellis with the block. And it's Love, top of the key. Ellis down low. He's guarded by McCollum. McKinney passes to Ellis. 5 on the clock. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Now just a 2-point Raptor lead.
Yeah, well done to finish that one off.
And taken away by Ellis. And now in transition is Mills. Here we go. With 1 on the clock. No good. And we're through.